citizen leaders, I will not be silenced, and we will continue on our journey for justice for John O'Keefe and for Karen Reed.
Tick, tick, boom. Noise. Go, baby, we bringing our toys. Boys, chopper be singing, should be on the voice. Bang, bang, we gon' ride out. Gang, gang, we don't die out. Want it like this, ain't no timeouts. Tell me who really gon' find out.
We be disturbing the peace. Working, we serving the streets.
Karen Reed has supporters who've shown up in large numbers.
Tick, tick, boom.
Hard body, and not scaring nobody. You make me resort to wildin'. You must be blind by the diamonds. I didn't want it to be this way, but y'all won't need to try this, so it's no way around it. You the loudest one, it's going quiet. We be disturbing the peace. Working, we serving the streets. About to go ahead, going beast. Bang, bang, leave you sleep.
This is the first time I think I've ever seen this. An outpouring of support for someone accused of murdering a Boston police officer. Unbelievable situation. Never seen anything like it.
Tick, tick, boom.
You can't stop me, so who gon' stop me? You can't stop me, so who gon' stop me? You can't stop me, so who gon' stop me? You can't stop me, so who gon' stop me?
We be disturbing the peace. Working, we serving the streets. About to go ahead, going beast. Bang, bang, leave you sleep. It's go, 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 go time.
Tick, tick, boom.
Boom. What's up, turtle people? How's everyone doing out there? Good? Good. Excellent. Excellent. Happy court day. Happy hearing date. Give me 1 second to just pull this up. All right. Hold on. The last one go. All right. I'm going to pin this just in case anyone wants to don't know it. All right. All right. Turtle chat. Turtle chat. All right. Oh, wait, that's my wrong account. Oh God, I'm logged into the wrong account. Hold on. Switch account. Add account. There it is. For life. Okay. All right. Let's see if it works now. Turtle chat. And 10 message. There we go. Okay, cool. All right, we're in. What's up, people? Welcome to the Karen Reed court date. It's also known as Tuesday. We are going to be, let's see. Please stream Fox 25. Yeah. All right, cool. All right. So yeah, my picture is a little grainy. It's just the I mean, I'm using the computer cam. I didn't bring my whole obviously I'm not in my house. Well, it formerly was, but my daughter's like, she's like, I want to get dismissed. So I don't know. I have to just be here in case she needs to get picked up. So anyway, let me pull up, let's see. I'm going to pull up, where can we find a stream on this? Boston 25 News. Someone get me a good stream. Man, a whole goddamn bridge collapsed in Baltimore on one of those ships with the goddamn, it's like the season 2 of The Wire down the ports. The Francis Scott Key Bridge. Woo. Oh, it got struck by a ship? Get the fuck out. What? That's madness. Madness. Holy shit. Yeah, the cargo, the containers. That's where they put all the dead Russian hookers on season 2 of The Wire. That's what it was. So anyway, does anybody know a good stream that we could watch this off of? It actually is really sad. I just saw it for the first time. Holy shit. Ooh, I hope, man, that's horrifying. Seven people they think are in that water. Okay, Court TV is supposed to carry the stream. We'll see what happens. Obviously, I didn't go because, you know, number one, bus coverage, pain in the ass. Number two, I'm just not going to give some ratchet the power to eject me from the courtroom. Not going to do it. So Can Cable just does the Zoom. They just do the Zoom feed. It's not as good. Not as good. So yeah, it's not worth it. It also, like, let's be honest, like she's walking around with the camera in her pocket now because she wants to get within 100 yards of me and have me on film. Like, that's what she's trying to do. So I'm not going back to jail, period. I'm not going to give some ratchet that power over me, period. So I'm good here. I've done my job bringing awareness to this case. Etc. Oh, so let me pull on 𝗵𝗃𝗃𝗃's stream for now until somebody can find me a good stream for this. Because 𝗵𝗃𝗃𝗃's share screen.
Well, I hope she walks up that way.
All right.
How you doing, dear? How we doing?
All right, that's what I'm
There was a lot of traffic.
Yeah, the traffic was bad. But you can't. How,
I'm enjoying freedom way too much.
oh my God! A tractor trailer under the tunnel.
Like I said yesterday,
my.
like, it's probably one of the best things happening. Like, it's a
Let me
good
just
thing.
double check.
Get out of that segment.
Yeah.
They have much better.
She usually walks up. If she's gonna walk, we don't know if she's gonna take this right or go down there. I'm gonna go find out.
All right.
I'm gonna go find out right now.
The other, in the magazine?
I'm getting out of the way. Look at Chrissy. Where is Shay?
Did lock the house door, cut the handle lock.
I don't see her. How are you?
Who didn't he see? What's he talking about?
Phone yet?
So these people trying to
Did
get
they have
in?
to pay for it?
No, I haven't got that's hold on, I'm still dealing with it.
Oh yeah, the Glaire's more than welcome if you want. I kind of did this last minute, so.
But I got it on
Or,
two different cameras.
anybody else who wants to,
Like
jump
I don't know, I got it on this one, I got it on that one.
He is covering it.
Good.
We're good. Not a
I
big deal.
think everybody
DM
thought
me
it was
a,
Friday
a
because
link
they
to a
both have
stream.
white covers.
Yes, yes.
That would be
Yeah, they
helpful.
both have
And I don't
white
know
covers.
these people's names.
Yeah.
So I'm looking for somebody here. Yeah, Kelly. Where?
He just started. Oh, he's doing his own stream. I did not know that. Okay.
Way in the back. You guys get questions ready.
Dayline's always there. They go to every year. You can't hear me? Oh, I can't. Okay, I'll turn Tom down. Okay. I will turn Tom down. The McAlberts aren't going today? They come on. I can't confirm that 100% that he's living in Sweden. We look. I know the address. I know who the house belongs to, but I can't. It's his brother's house. One of the alien Alberts that we never talked about. He's been going there. Just, I don't want to witness intimidate. This is what people are telling me. So I'm just recording what people are saying. I don't want to witness intimidate. No, he gets really scared. Okay.
You stop!
Who are they yelling at? Is that Bow? No. Look at all the streamers.
You listen to Kevin?
Now we're getting an argument. I'm muffled.
Waste of time. It's snowing,
Oh, yeah.
right?
So I do have some inside sources that that today is not going to be a big day. Like today is not going to be that they're no longer that they're prepping for trial and that they are kind of holding their cards in. That they are prepared to go to trial, and the defense is not going to show all their cards yet because, again, no matter what Karen Reed's defense team does, how long to die in cold, whatever bombshells that they come up with, all that does when they announce these things is give the prosecution a chance to just come up with a lie, a way to spin it. So it sounds like they're going to start, we'll see. I mean, something's got to happen today. Alan Jackson didn't fly to California for nothing, right? All right, cool. Why don't I'll put a poll up. Do you think this is going to trial? I'm going to put that up. How can I add the poll? Okay. All right, the poll is up. Do you think Karen Reed is going to trial? What do you guys say? What do you guys say? Oh, man, it's like already it is 80% with 162 votes in. And yeah, so that has changed. That has obviously changed. But I thought, David Yannetti said that the feds can't in good faith, good conscience allow this to go to trial. That's what they were told. That's what they were told. They wouldn't lie about that. But ultimately, it's not the Fed's decision. So maybe the Feds just assume that by releasing, for instance, evidence that John O'Keefe was not hit by a car. Like, I think that when the Feds reached that conclusion in their findings, that they assumed like, obviously now this is going to be, like, she's literally charged with running someone over with a car. And now that we know that he wasn't hit by a car, she couldn't have done it. So what are we doing here? I think that's the Feds were thinking like common sense, but there's nothing common sense about Norfolk County or Auntie Bev. So yeah. Anybody there right now? Is Lauren Murray there? I thought Lauren Murray is going, but let's see. Anybody there? I'm just glad. Yeah, I'm just glad we are get Turtleboy live Thursdays. That was a long 60 days. Yeah, it was a long 60 days for me too. Let me tell you, I missed you guys a lot. I missed you being out there and doing this live, and I feel free. I feel free, and I'm going to stay that way. So I don't really, if I have to avoid these hearings and certain individuals, and I've put some thought into it. That individual will not be in Ratchet Madness. I am not giving that individual the attention they so clearly desire. So there will be not featured in Ratchet Madness this year, even though they likely win. Okay, what do we got here? Alberts. Here comes the McAlbert. What do we got there? Oh my goodness. Plus size McAlbert. Okay. Is that it? That's the whole crew? I don't see Jen McCabe. I think, is that a McCabe? I don't know. I can't believe these people. Nobody hit Tom. So that's good. Walk of shame every week.
That's actually, I'd like him to open my spot.
Good eye. Like that. That was good.
Thanks, right?
That was good.
All right. I'll periodically do Turtle Cats Out Loud during the show.
Now,
I want to donate.
I didn't want to. Hopefully, Karen's coming next.
And
Yeah, last time Karen went in Florida.
Right.
this one.
But that's not today.
Got one already from Lily, since $5. Says, love your work. Thanks for the laughs. #1 fan from Australia. Nice. Good night, mate. Hope you're enjoying your fall down there. I think that's how it works. All right. Cold. Ooh, wouldn't that be wild? Doubtful.
Make it the.
I mean, I wasn't in the courtroom.
Walk
Obviously, so
right
I
in.
didn't see Jen's reaction to that, but I didn't recognize. You want me to mute Tom? Okay. How come I can't? You guys, is his volume just like wicked loud? All right, so we got to find a stream for this because it's starting soon. You haven't seen 𝗥𝗲𝗄𝗃 to the one who shall not be named with Grant. Wonder if you got heads up if more coming today. So we'll see. Oh, thank you, Courtney, for noticing my haircut. I appreciate that. Very kind of you. You still can't hear me super well? Tom is just wicked loud. Okay, so Court TV's got it. Let me pull. Can somebody send me that link? If anybody has a link to that, is it just on Court TV's YouTube or Court TV's website? Let's see, what are we getting here? The volume is fine. It's just when people start yelling on Tom's stream. Okay, cool. So help me out here. DM me on Facebook if you have a link to this, what we should watch. The audio is fine. Court TV's volume was good last time. Oh, Tom flirted with the Court TV lady. That's is Boston 25 doing this? Anyone know? All right. Ricchio's ghost. That's hilarious. All right. So nobody has any idea where I can watch this. Nobody. Okay. I guess I'll go find it. If anybody could DM me, that would be great. And let me know where I can, because we got 5 minutes till 9 o'clock. Hold on. Boston 25 News. Let's see if they have anything. Maybe I should just search Karen Reed hearing. I'll just search Karen Reed. Okay, I searched Karen Reed. Did you guys see Karen appeared on the Justice page yesterday and said thank you to somebody? It got like 1,000 likes on her post. It was wild. Boston 25 says they will be going live. Okay. But is there a stream? Like, what's the glare watching? I know he's going live right now, right? I don't want to compete. Let's see, the glare. What stream is he watching? I'm getting offered. I'm getting messages here. Hopefully somebody has sent this. Oh, I think I got one. This is it. Oh, let's see. Oh, we got it. All right, cool. Oh, they're in. Wait, no, that's. You sent me a week old. Somebody sent me a 4-week-old link. That's old. Okay. If anybody, I need the link for today, guys. If anyone has the link for today, Boston 25 YouTube is live inside right now. Okay, so go to Boston 25 YouTube. All right. Oh, Karen's getting out. There she is. I'm seeing it on. Oh, she is here. Okay, there they are. Look at that. Hold on. I'm going to turn the volume up.
Broken arm. Okay,
All right, I'm going to cry.
Well, what happened? You get hugged? Oh, everyone's doing it.
Oh, there you go, guys. Just did my best getting that for you.
What do you get? You missed it.
Didn't want to jump in no one's way. Let them go, you know? Yeah. Nice.
So they get off at the Registry of Deeds now. David's associate is there. I don't see Alan Jackson. You guys?
How are you,
He's
sir?
not here?
Good to see ya.
Oh, so is 𝗵𝗃 going to be the one?
That was
speaking today?
worth every single.
Is 𝗵𝗃 going to be the one speaking today? That's wild. All right. Wow, that's going to be interesting. All right. So people said it's on. Can anybody send me a link? Everybody's like, they're live. Just I just need a link. If anyone could just send me a link to exactly what I need, that would be great. Because I keep getting this. People keep sending me old links, like the one I just clicked on, 13 days old, I believe. Like that doesn't do me much good. I need a link to one that's live now. Okay, Boston 25 News. All right. Anyone have a link? Anyone? And we're getting close. I know Canton TV will have it, but they just have the all right. LTL is streaming from Court TV. Is that right? Like, how does Boston 25 News? All I see is the Francis Scott Key thing, the bridge going down. Are you guys sure? That I don't think that's it. LTL is outside. LTL True Crime Podcast. Need help. Oh, so he's doing the same thing I'm doing. He's just watching Tom CPU. Boston 25, check Court TV. I mean, I'm on Court TV's website. There's something about a missing 3-year-old named Elijah. Very sad. Watch live. Okay. Just the Karen Reed thing. Out of Utah. All right. Does anyone have a link? Who's that walking in?
You shouldn't be here.
Who shouldn't be here?
Oh my God.
That Carl? Canton TV. Everyone's telling me Canton TV. I guess I could put on Canton TV for now. Is the courtroom empty? Are they just keeping people outside? Hold on. I'm getting a call. Hello? Call me back if you just called. She's in the courtroom. Who is? Karen is in the courtroom. Yes, I know. Okay, hold on. Hello? Hey. Oh, stream this. Can you get in the Zoom?
Yeah, I'm on right now. I have it on.
Oh, there's no better one than that? I mean, Canton TV has it. Is Bev's seat empty? Because I see an empty courtroom on the McAlvert side. where are the McAlberts? Why aren't they in the seats?
I don't know. I don't think they let anyone in the courtroom yet.
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah.
So no one's been let in the courtroom yet. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I would like it if I could get like the Court TV one, because that way you could see like the angle. I don't like this angle of like just like this. Like it's, I don't know.
Okay. Let me keep looking. I just can't find anything.
Okay. All right. Bye. Okay. So I'm getting more messages. It's live here. Okay. Yeah, I know the Canton TV one has one, but it's not as good. Okay. I'm trying to watch Court TV. Is that people just send me the Court TV one. Again, I have that. It's not the Karen Reed case when you click on it. I just need someone to please send me a link to the Karen Reed live stream. I don't know how else I can make that clear. People keep sending me links to like 4-week-old ones, things about a bridge. Like I just need something. If anyone could send me a link, that'd be great. Got how many people watching? 5,300 people. Somebody could send a link. Come on. NBC, is that what people are saying? NBC 10? Again, I don't see it on NBC. I need a link, people. Nothing. People keep saying, again, if the next person tells me Court TV streaming, they're not streaming it. Thank you. Okay. So the Young Jerks has it. How does the Young Jerks have it and not us? Hold on. Young Jerks. Oh, he's got the same thing I do. He's got the same thing I do. The Canton TV one. I want like the pool reporter's camera. You know what I mean? By the way, 68% of you guys now think that Karen Reed is going to trial. Boston 25 is live in the courtroom. Please send a link. Again, thank you. Send a link. Okay, so now I just got another link. Hopefully this is it. Okay, I got it. Okay, we finally got it, I think. I think I finally got it. Okay, come on, work. Ad will end in. That works, right? Is that Nick Rocco in the court? How did Nick? Is that Nick? With Kelly Reed, is that her? And Karen's mother's still not there. Okay. I think I got it. I think I got it. This is it, right? I think I'm on it. Full screen. Okay, we'll go full screen. Thank you. All right, we're good. Yeah, how can you got stuck with the kids, Jenna? Is that Nick? How did Nick get in? Oh, he comes. Oh, so he's family now. Okay. I mean, we're just making up that people are family now. So not many people there today. Is that true? Okay. They're saying that after people clapped as she walked in, they decided to get them seated first, then let the public in. Okay. Where is Yannetti? He had some family thing, I think. So his sister's doing it today. No, they didn't. Did they really ask for a buffer zone around the courthouse? Get out of here. Get out of here. Is that true? You never know with these assholes. I can't tell if this is real. Search Superior Court. Norfolk County, Reed, Karen. So we get the Tanis Yannetti for the first time today. This is interesting. It's like going to it's like buying Celtics tickets, and it's like Al Horford's going to be the lead scorer today. Not that she's like not. It's like, but she's not the lead person. So it's like it's interesting. I've never heard her talk before. So they don't want. It's true. I saw it on the docket. Let me see this. Get the fuck out of here. Commonwealth's motion for buffer zone surrounding Norfolk Superior Court. Are you fucking kidding me? Wow. Dependency of this trial to notify any persons planning to picket, parade, or attempt to influence jurors or otherwise impede, interfere, or obstruct with the administration of justice have actual notice of the possibility of prosecution for such actions. Further, the Commonwealth requests an order prohibiting any individual from demonstrating in any manner, including carrying signs or posters or making statements about the defendant, law enforcement, the Norfolk DA's office, potential witnesses, or evidence within 500 feet of the Norfolk Superior Court complex. Are you freaking kidding me? Which includes the parking area behind the Registry of Deeds. They want to ban you from carrying signs in the Registry of Deeds parking lot. That's what these fascists are now doing now. I'm just reading this. This is the actual motion. That's actual language from the motion. Holy shit. The Commonwealth respectfully moved that His Honor that they establish a buffer zone around Norfolk Superior Courthouse during this trial. The case has been the subject of substantial media coverage. There have been demonstrations on the sidewalks in front of the courthouse, on the courthouse stairs, on the stairs and sidewalks in front of the Registry of Deeds, and instances of individuals confronting and following potential witnesses to and from their vehicles. Who's that? Not Carl. During these demonstrations, individuals often carry Free Karen Read signs and posters with their interpretation of the evidence. Individuals have also amplified their voices with bullhorns to yell at potential witnesses to promote their theory of the case. That's me. The demonstrators also feature individuals and animals wearing Free Karen Read or similar message clothing. There's a substantial risk to both the defendant and the Commonwealth's right to a fair trial that will be jeopardized if jurors are exposed to the messages contained in demonstrations, especially before this court has had the opportunity to instruct trial jurors about their obligations and remain fair and unbiased. Further picketing and demonstrating at the courthouse during the pendency of the case would expose jurors to extraneous matters that could prejudice both parties. Unbelievable. And guess what? They cite Chapter 268, Section 13A, the picketing statute, as a way they are going to just silence. Wow. That you can't protest within 500 feet. That's almost 2 football fields. Wow. Including the parking lot of the Registry of Deeds. Wow. Wow. Sounds unconstitutional to me. Why should people stop with the picketing, Catherine? Go fuck yourself. Go fuck yourself, you anti-American fuck. Go stop with the picketing. People have a right to picket in a free country. This country was created by picketers. You fucking moron. God. People are stupid. Anyway, again, this is just a motion. It has not been approved, but they did get this motion in today. This was filed in the court today. What is going? This is bizarre. Okay. Let me read a couple turtle chats if we have any here. Got another one here from Cindy, sends $25, says, Turtleboy, I've been a fan for many, many years now. I'm so thankful that you do the reporting you do, always on your side and the side of justice. I'm glad I moved out of Massachusetts 4 years ago. Thank you very much, Cindy. I appreciate that. Also, we have here Jane sends $20 and says, glad you're back. Free Karen Read. Absolutely. Thank you very much. And yeah, okay, cool. Awesome. If anyone else wants to donate, the link is at the top for the turtle chat, or you can cash at me $, Uncle Turtleboy. Right now we have 3,700 watchers on YouTube. Shout out to all you fine people. We also have over on Twitter, we're live on Twitter too, And I got over there, we have 3,700 people watching over there. So we have over 7,500 people watching right now. That's cool, but I can't believe that. I cannot, I mean, I can. They really want to say you can't you can't have a sign in a parking lot. We will address this afterwards. I mean, this is wild, wild that this is happening. Wow. Where is Alan Jackson? I guess he's not here today. Again, that's why my sauces were telling me that this wasn't going to be an explosive hearing today, but you know, we're going to watch it either way. You didn't see Jen McCabe or Chris Albert go in. Yeah, I was gonna say I'm not sure if I really buy the Twitter numbers. I'm not sure if I really buy those. I can't imagine there's actually that many people watching on Twitter. That might be like how many people scrolled by it one time, like on their feed. That might be it. But I don't know if that's like live watching right now. Yeah, dad of the year, is he not? X and Rumble view counts are fake. Yeah, the Rumble view, you know, the Rumble views, I don't know. Again, I didn't show up just because I'm not, you know, I have a stalker who is attempting to send me back to jail, who goes to places I like to go and holds a restraining order in their hands. And so I am not taking that chance. I am not giving this individual the power to eject me from the courtroom. I will be streaming from home and enjoying this with you fine people. So I have no idea if she's there or not. I don't really give a shit. Either way. She doesn't get to be part of the story, period. Okay. All right. Thank you. I love it. Yeah. I'm happy to be here with you fine people. Happy to be here with you fine people. I don't know, JW. I don't know. We'll see. Either way, all set. Oh, Jackson and Little might be on a Zoom for this. Okay. I mean, you never know. There could be a good one. There could be a good one, Lauren. I don't know. Thank you, Michelle. I appreciate that. Very nice to you. Jackson, I'm told, is on Zoom. Oh, thank you, KT123. I appreciate that. Oh, wait, DeGlaire wants to come in? Is that true? Isn't he doing his own stream? No, it looks like he's got his own stream going over there, doesn't he? Yeah, he's got his own stream. He's more than welcome over here. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to like upstage people or whatever. I probably should have planned this before. But I don't like to announce my plans, you know, for obvious reasons. Okay, we got people strolling in here. Yeah, what's with the line? I don't understand the line. I am wearing my Arima hoodie. Like, that was wild. I haven't seen many McAlberts. Have you guys on Tom's stream? Who can't get in? Oh, there's Lunchbox. There he is. He walks in with this stack of paper, stack of manila folders. Man, Karen looks sharp today, huh? That's a nice little pantsuit she got going on there. You should all stream together. I know I should have talked to them before, but I don't want, I mean, they have their channels. I'm sure they want to, do their thing on their channel, so I don't want to interfere with that. Now my internet's great. I'm not at my new place right now, but the old, because I just got the kids on the bus. So, okay. The line is still out there. I'm the leader. I'm not the leader. I mean, I guess, I don't know what that means, but yeah, we're all leaders now. Because if I don't want, I'm not going to send Will the link unless I'm not going to presume he's going to cancel his stream for me, I mean, he's got, the Zoom is showing the other side. Let me see if I can see that. Yeah, I can see the other side now on the Zoom. It's so blurry on the Zoom. Yeah, there's not many McAlberts there. What is going on? Does look like a rock star there. She absolutely does. So if you're, I've been told that Alan Jackson and Liza will be on, whatchamacallit, on Zoom from California, but I can't confirm that. We're watching the Boston 25 stream. People are saying that the NBC 10 stream is faster. I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, that's attorney Ian Henchy. He's an associate of David Unetti. He's one of the attorneys on this case. I've never heard him speak in court. I don't think he has. What is today's hearing about? Well, no, we don't know. We don't know. We'll see. Where are all the people? I'm told they're outside. The glare, I'm actually going to send them the live link unless he wants to come on. I'm not going to presume that he would cancel his stream. I wouldn't. It's rude, I think. Okay. Oh, he wants a link? Okay, I'll send him one then. Okay. Okay, I'm going to send Will. Okay. Okay. I sent him one if he wants to join me. And I think LTL's live too. But again, same shit. A lot of people watching out there. Oh, excuse me. Excuse me. Woo! Whew. Sneezes feel good. All right. Where are her attorneys? David has a family thing, I think he announced. And he has his sister here who is recently added to the defense team and has kind of worked with the defense. Most of this, like she works behind the scenes with them. She's David's law partner. So obviously she goes to every hearing. She obviously knows all about this case. I'm sure she has her other shit. But look at Lally. Oh, he wants a link to the court hearing, not my live. Okay. He can get that on Boston 25's news. So I'll send it to him here. Send it to him on Facebook. All right. Yeah, that's a really nice color on Karen. Looks good on her. An inviting blue, like a sky blue. So like, I don't know, it looks good. All right. We read while we're waiting here. Oh, here they come. Is that Brad? There he is. Who's the guy next to Karen? That's attorney Ian Henchy from the Unetti law firm, an associate, I believe. Periwinkle. That's the color. It's periwinkle blue. Okay. Oh. By the way, Jess Machado did great on the Young Jerks last night. You guys can check that out. They had an interesting conversation. I enjoyed watching it. All right, looks like our people are starting to see Peter Murphy there. So this lady, that's my seat right there. That's where I sit. That's my spot. It's where you get the Lally reaction cam, the Turtleboy Lally reaction cam. It's become like a staple in this, in the old days at least. But yeah, Karen's mom has a broken arm, so she has not been attending a lot of these hearings. Okay. Okay. The only other hearing I saw that was not like packed was May 24th. That was the second. That's the one where I interviewed 𝗵𝗂𝗶𝗁 outside, and that was the last one she came to until I went to jail. No, poor Plevin. Poor Plevin. I don't know if that's a good signal. I mean, is that a good? I mean, it's not a bad sign, that's for sure. But I don't know if I would call it a good sign. But I mean, they're obviously confident going to trial. She will be acquitted. I mean, it's, you know, the selfish part of me has always wanted a trial. The selfless part of me, I said there shouldn't be a trial. But obviously, if there's a trial, like it would be like a month long at least. And we will be covering it every day. Every day. Like that will be my full-time job, is just covering the Karen Read case. I'll watch it. I'll stream it. You know, get a whole bunch of subs out of it. And then I'll do a write-up after that. It'll be great for business, obviously, if there's a trial. But again, that's being selfish. It's not about me. I think it's about justice. And I don't think that it's in the name of justice and fairness that this should not go to trial. So we got 4,600 people watching on YouTube. Shout out to all you people. Make sure you smash that subscribe button. Give us a big thumbs up. And to the people over on Twitter, you know, what's up? How you guys doing? Let's see. Yeah, DUI is going to love this new First Amendment one. That's going to be wild. Okay, NBC is ahead of me, people, is ahead. So I'm going to copy this, and I'm just going to see if I can jump over to that stream. People say that one, okay. Doesn't seem as crisp. Oh, there it is. So is this ahead? NBC is ahead. All right, so the good guy side is starting to fill in. The bad guy side is pretty empty still, it seems. Yeah, I give them, I hope they're not arguing that motion today. He is. His body posture is not. Look at that. That guy did not come to win. Yeah, I bet that's a good point. Now, we want justice for JJ, but when they wear it, it's bullshit. It's fake, not those Walmart ones. 8line is doing a lot of filming. Okay.
You are unmuted.
All right, we're going to start. Be right back before this starts. All persons having any business before the Honorable 𝗬𝗏𝗃𝗀𝗃 Justice of the Norfolk Superior Court, and before the County of Norfolk. Draw near, give your attendance, you shall be heard, 𝗏𝗃𝗀𝗃 Commonwealth of Massachusetts, court now open. All right, we go back.
Commonwealth versus Karen Reed. Can I have counsel identify themselves for the record, starting with the Commonwealth?
I'm Lally for the Commonwealth. Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning, Mr. Lally.
Morning, Your Honor. Laura McLaughlin for the Commonwealth.
Good morning, Ms. McLaughlin. Good morning, Ms. Yannetti.
And good morning, Your Honor. Ian Hensley on behalf of Karen Reed. Attorney Jackson should be with us on this.
Okay, good morning, Mr. Henchy. Good morning, Mr. Jackson, and good morning, Ms. Reed. All right, so in court, our
This is
counsel
loud as it
will
gets.
argue the motions for today.
Loud as it gets.
And there's only Mr. Henchy and Ms. Yannetti. When I set dates on the modified scheduling order, I set dates that were convenient to the parties in recognition of mainly defense counsel's trial schedule. And last week I renewed the 𝗏𝗃 motion, but I see Mr. Jackson chose not to be here today, and so counsel will argue the motion here this morning. So, but before we begin, I have been told repeatedly from both Mr. Jackson and Mr. Yannetti, and I do understand completely that Mr. Yannetti cannot be here today. He's certainly excused from being here today. But I was told that there would be a motion for a motion to dismiss based on egregious government misconduct. I was told that by both Mr. Jackson and Mr. Yannetti. I asked Mr. Yannetti how that motion to dismiss was any different than the motion for sanctions and motion to disqualify the district attorney's office. He assured me that it was in fact different. He assured me that he would put in the body of the motion how it was different. And he assured me as recently as last week that that motion would be filed later that day. So that motion has not been filed. That motion then is waived. So what we have today are two motions regarding Rule 14 obligations. So who's going to argue? Is it Ms. Yannetti or?
I will be arguing.
Okay, so I need you at a microphone. So I will hear you on the motion where you're looking for notes, reports, memoranda, and logs.
Thank you. Your Honor, at the outset, I just want to note that as this court is aware, we have a motion pending before the court to disqualify the Norfolk DA's office from this case. Our position, therefore, is that the DA's office should not be participating in this case or arguing any motions, including this one. And I raise this issue just to alert the court that we are not waiving any objection to their continued involvement in the case.
Okay, so I haven't decided that because I was waiting for the motion for egregious conduct, motion for sanctions, or motion to dismiss based on egregious governmental misconduct, because I needed to be assured that that was different than the motion to disqualify. If I had known it was not coming, and maybe no intention of filing it, I would have decided that motion by now.
Your Honor, it was a strategic decision
Okay.
for us not to file that motion. It's not because it wasn't meritorious. It was a strategic decision
All
only.
right. You made representations that you were, therefore the other motion, I have not acted on that yet.
I just want you
So-
to note the objection, please.
Yeah, the objection's noted, so please move on to the merits
Yes. I
of
will.
your discovery request.
Absolutely. Your Honor, we're asking for material that fits squarely within the parameters of Rule 14. Statements were made to investigators in this case, including to Mr. Lally and to his staff, and in certain conversations, the state police were even present. Statements of witnesses are simply discoverable. Although they lodged general objections to each of our requests, and these were really boilerplate objections, the Norfolk DA's office appears to be arguing that these witness statements contained in their notes of their conversations, multiple conversations, are all work product. Neither this court nor we are in a position to judge whether the notes are strictly work product without actually seeing the notes. Work product is defined as legal research, opinions, theories, or conclusions. And to be clear, we are not interested in the Norfolk DA's office's opinions, theories, or conclusions. To the extent that these notes contain work product along with the statements, we are fine with the work product being redacted. We are not interested in their work product, but it is important for us to know whether their notes contain any statements of witnesses, and if they do, they should be turned over to us. Otherwise, discoverable material is not off limits simply because a prosecutor writes something in the margins of a document. That would give an attorney the power to keep otherwise discoverable materials out of the hands of a party who should legally be entitled to see the material. At a minimum, Your Honor, this court should order the Norfolk DA's office to disclose whether its notes contain any statements. They have not disclosed that. If the notes contain any witness statements, and if the Norfolk DA's office is objecting to producing them to the defense, then we're asking this court to have the DA's office produce those notes to the court so that this court can conduct an in-camera review of their notes and evaluate whether they are truly all work product or whether there is, in fact, discoverable material contained therein. Beyond that, Your Honor, we would rest on our motion in our brief.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Mr. Lally, your response, please.
Yes, sir.
And Your Honor, I'll be brief. So essentially what the defendant's motion seeks is, and I would object to the mischaracterization of every single phone call or conversation with a witness as an interview with a witness, but I'm not even sure what half of these are referring to, as I don't recall any of those specific meetings occurring. But if there were meetings, any meeting with a witness post-grand jury was in reference to either harassment that they were sustaining as a result of actions of others in this case, or as a result of a simple explanation as to Rule 17 motions that have been filed for individuals' phones or phone records or other third-party records that they were the subject of. It's a boilerplate response because it's a boilerplate law that applies in this case as far as work product that applies to each and every one of the requests, with the exception of number 8, of which the Commonwealth has no objection to that.
Explain to me how work product applies.
Your Honor, work product applies and specifically in reference to, it's contained within, and I would largely rest on the Commonwealth's motion, but it's contained within what's cited as 𝗥𝗄𝗄𝗏 in regard to interview notes in preparation of testimony is work product under the case law, under the rule of criminal the whatever notations may be contained within those. But essentially, these are not statements as they're defined under Rule 14 from any of these conversations with witnesses. Rule 14 doesn't apply to these statements, number one. But secondly, if there is any content, it's either already been provided through the course of discovery, whether it be contained within a police report, grand jury minutes. There's nothing different than what has already been provided. And then secondly, what the case law states and what Rule 14 states is that these types of conversations with witnesses, whether reduced to writing or not, are within the ambit of the work product doctrine.
All right. Any response? You don't necessarily have to, but I just want to see if you want to.
I would just say, Your Honor, their opposition to our motion does not even acknowledge whether there are statements or not statements. I just heard Mr. Lally say that there in fact are statements. So I am going to ask again that this court take those notes there and go through it and in camera and decide whether in fact all of it is work product or whether there exists within it discoverable materials with statements of witnesses. And I find it hard to believe that there wouldn't be any statements of witnesses concerning this case.
Right.
Thank you.
Do you want to respond at all?
Your Honor, again, with reference to the, as they term them, interviews, but essentially phone calls with witnesses, these were in regard to explaining to them the Rule 17 process, explaining to them what counsel had filed, what types of records were being requested. It was in large part me talking as far as explaining the law and things of that nature. There were not any statements related to the case or any testimony that was discussed or anything of that nature. The one thing that I was referring to is there is one request that does deal with a meeting which involves preparation of a witness for grand jury, and whatever that witness indicated in the course of that was testified to before the grand jury, and is contained within the minutes and contained within police reports of interviews with that same witness. So there's nothing to report.
All right. All right, the next motion is the Commonwealth's motion for reciprocal discovery. But before we begin with that, Mr. Lally, could you tell me what reciprocal discovery has been provided to the Commonwealth at this point?
Nothing. Absolutely nothing.
All right, so trial is 3 weeks from today. When did the Commonwealth provide its certificate
So the Commonwealth
compliance?
is unable to file its certificate of compliance at this point. The one, I would say, sort of primary piece that we're waiting on is there were 2 rounds of DNA testing that were done at the 𝗬𝗿 lab in Virginia. One of those was completed. That was in regard to the defendant's taillight. That was finished, I think, first week of March, and counsel already has all of that. The second piece is in relation to the hair from the rear of the defendant's vehicle. Just for sort of review purposes, that was something that had gone or undergone sort of typical DNA testing, which is autosomal DNA testing, which is taking the profile from, or attempting to take the profile from the nucleus of the cell, and it relates to essentially both biological parents. That sample was of insufficient quality or quantity to generate a sample under the autosomal, so we had asked, and the court had ordered, for the mitochondrial DNA testing, which goes to the maternal side only, and the 𝗬𝗿 lab is able to do that. My latest update from that, and I say all that just to build up as to a sort of caveat as far as the testing is concerned. So the initial estimate as far as the testing was would put us several weeks out. We had asked that it be expedited. We had paid for it to be expedited. And the quickest that they can turn around a report would be sometime in mid-April. The caveat to that is whether or not there is a sufficient quantity and quality for them to generate a mitochondrial DNA profile from the sample. That I should have an answer to, I was told, by the end of the month. So hopefully by either the end of this week or very early next week, because obviously if they aren't able to generate a mitochondrial DNA profile from the sample, then there's no reason to generate one from the victim and do a comparison. So that would sort of end it there, and then we would then be able to file the certificate of compliance.
All right. Every other aspect of the case, though?
Every other aspect of the case, as I mentioned, there was number 8 in the defendant's motion to compel that we should have to them by the end of this week, if not earlier. So every other aspect of the case, as far as discovery goes, should be done from the Commonwealth's perspective. And that's the reason that I filed the motion, Your Honor, at this time, understanding that they're not obligated under the rules of criminal procedure to provide anything, but given that we have an April 16th trial date and I have nothing as far as any sort of reports or notice of experts or testing or anything really at all, I'd appreciate being able to get that, review that, or at least see it, prior to the day we're impaneling.
All right. What do you say, counsel?
Your Honor, as you know, we do not owe them any reciprocal discovery until they file a certificate of compliance, which has not been done. I mean, we have received hundreds of pages of documents. I mean, 4 days ago, we received like 400 pages of documents we haven't gone through. Counsel just handed us a thumb drive with, I don't know what's on this thumb drive. We have to go through that. So we haven't given any reciprocal discovery because we are not obligated to do so.
Do you intend to call experts
Yes.
in areas other than DNA?
I'm going to have to defer to Mr. Jackson, who is on Zoom.
All right, but counsel to arguing these motions was to be present here in court today, right?
Your Honor, if I can be here for just a second on that issue, Mr. Lally made it very clear that given the fact that he was not in compliance with his discovery obligations, that this motion was not to be heard today. So this is sort of coming out of nowhere.
No, hold on. So Mr. Lally doesn't decide what motions were to be argued. Today was for all non-evidentiary pretrial motions were to be argued. This was filed timely. This was on for today. If you feel that you cannot argue it, that's a different story.
She's being a cunt today.
So you are muted.
She muted his ass?
All right. Mr. Jackson, you're muted.
I don't know how I got muted. Yes, we are intending to call experts, and there are going to be experts that are in areas other than DNA as well. But we haven't provided discovery because we don't even know what the 400 pages that or 500 pages that we just got 3 or 4 days ago include, nor the discovery that was handed to us this morning. As soon as the Commonwealth gets finished with their compliance obligations, we will then comply with our discovery obligations. We have every intention of doing so, and we're fully prepared to do so. We're waiting on them.
So once you get it from the Commonwealth, you can have it in a matter of a day or so, other than the DNA?
Oh, I don't know if I can do it in a day, but once we have full...
You do know, if you're calling witnesses, you know who you're calling, correct?
I have an idea who I'm calling, yes.
All right, and you've engaged experts, so you've been working with experts, so you should have all that information ready to disclose, correct?
We're in the process of getting those decisions finalized, yes, but some of them are going to be predicated on what the Commonwealth discovery and the totality of the Commonwealth discovery looks like.
No,
that's their obligation.
No, I understand. All right, but you will be calling witnesses and you will be calling expert witnesses?
Absolutely.
All right. What is your estimate as to how long this case will take to try?
I assume if the Commonwealth case, I'm just throwing a dart at a dartboard, but based on what I know, if the Commonwealth case takes 3 to 4 weeks, I think our case would probably take 2 weeks.
Okay. All right. Mr. Lally, I suggest that you get that information as soon as possible. It could be that I strike it, but I would hear from the defense on that as well. But at least find out if they're able to do the testing.
Yeah, sure.
All right. All right. Thank you. You have your next date. We'll see you then.
So that's it.
Wow.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
That wasn't boring, though. I feel like we learned a lot from that trial.
Yeah.
Hearing.
So if you guys aren't familiar, this is Lauren Aidan,
Goodbye.
she is passed the bar in 2 states, Arizona and Florida, correct?
Yeah, I passed the bar in those 2 states, and I should be becoming an attorney in Arizona next week or the week after.
Okay. So what is work product? You said I don't know what the hell they were talking about.
So basically, work product is all of the papers or anything that you have to help you prepare for trial that you don't have to give to the other side, because it's basically your legal theory. It's not that there's for discovery. Both sides are required to give over discovery. And that's something that Aunt Bev was talking about at the end when they were talking about how they received 400 to 500 pages of discovery this morning. And then she was asking the defense, well, are you going to turn over your discovery? And they're like, well, we're not required to until the state does. Discovery is everybody's required to turn over certain amounts of evidence. The things that they're not required to turn over is legal ideas, their planning strategy, how they're going to move forward. And so basically what Lunchbox was saying is that he was giving his legal strategy to the witnesses. And so the witnesses are part of his team. And so whatever they worked on together is work product and not a part of discovery.
So he's saying that the date when he met with these people 2 days, when he met with Matt McCabe 2 days before Matt McCabe testified in front of the grand jury, he wasn't talking about the grand jury. He was talking about the Karen Reed case. That's what they want us to believe.
Interesting. Yeah, that they were talking about like the legal, like what he's essentially saying is, oh, I was just giving them my legal strategy for the case. I was basically telling them, how the law works. I wasn't saying we weren't discussing facts about the case. We weren't discussing evidence that I would be required to give over to because as the prosecution, you have to give over anything to the defense, whether you think it could be exonerating her or whether or not you don't think it could exonerate her. You have to give over all the facts that you've gathered in the information in the case to the defense. And they're saying, well, these aren't facts of the case. These are just our legal strategy that we happen to discuss with witnesses in this case.
Yeah. I'm going to turn to real quick. What the heck's Tom DeRozier doing? He's up to see him. He appears to be running. So I don't know what Tom's doing. There's no volume. Oh, he's waiting. Oh, I see. Tom. Okay. All right, cool. Wait, did I just X out of that? Okay. We're still here. Did I just leave?
No, you're still here. We're live.
Okay, cool. All right, cool. So yeah, basically first of all, what a cunt Auntie Bev is, huh? What a see you next Tuesday she was today.
What blew my mind is when she recognized that the state has been not fulfilling their discovery duties, like their basic requirement. The state has more of a burden to fulfill their discovery duties than the defense, right? To a certain extent, the state has to give over literally everything that they've found because their job is to find the truth, not to incriminate someone, where the defense's job is just to defend the person who is being accused. So, and then Bev is like, if the prosecution does eventually do their job, do you think you could like wrap your stuff up in about a day or so? She literally asked that.
That was wild.
She literally asked that.
Yeah, and they've been waiting on discovery now for well over a year.
Right, and so she's asking for their expert list, which I find interesting. I don't know why. Why they don't. I mean, I guess there's a reason why they want to keep their expert list hidden. They want to bring in an expert that that the state isn't anticipating. Maybe they're going to prove something that they weren't anticipating. But I do find it really odd.
You have to give them your expert list beforehand?
Yes, you have. That's part of discovery. Part of discovery is like your witness list, your gosh, I don't actually remember the Massachusetts criminal procedure, but I'm pretty sure it's 30 days prior to trial.
Well,
I
we
could
have
be wrong.
21 days until the scheduled trial. She did mention that today too. The trial starts on third. So it sounds like she's already made a decision about the motion to dismiss. And I don't know if they like. It was interesting. Tana said something about like this was our strategy. Like our strategy was not to do. I don't know what she was talking about there, but
yeah, no. What she was talking about is not to give over the expert list right away, because there's probably some expert on that list that the state isn't anticipating, and they don't. So, like for instance, if
one second.
I believe if it goes to trial,
Karen's dad.
I think there is enough information that's been put forward and argued by Attorney Jackson that the grand jury at the state level perhaps was not provided with all of the information it should have been, perhaps not as forthcoming in prosecution. So I think to the extent that that informs Judge Cannoni's decision about whether or not to dismiss this case based on Attorney Jackson put forward a week ago, I think that is meritorious. I truly do. But we all know the case. If we go to trial, we will prevail. There will be experts, informed experts. And I always keep thinking of this. I remember some of the letters that were produced in the court. One of them in particular that came, I'm going to paraphrase it, I may be off, General Counsel for the U.S. attorneys responding here to Norfolk County, essentially saying that the acting U.S. attorney from Massachusetts is a very different opinion of this case.
Yes.
And was put forth from the Commonwealth here. And I look upon that as the overarching fact that keeps me going. That somebody at that high level, highest level, federal authorities, based on their investigation that is still ongoing, my understanding.
Yeah, I saw that.
Essentially or allegedly believes, this was in that letter in early August, and you know what I'm speaking of, you have it.
Talk about the letter.
The second paragraph, essentially saying,
Levy.
Joshua Levy has a very different opinion of the circumstances in this case. And it is essential that his investigation go on. So I'm a reasonable individual. And when I look at that and I digest that and all of the evidence that's been put forward by Karen's relentless defense team, I'm very encouraged.
Bill,
did you see
why did the judge said that she was expecting a motion for egregious prosecutor misconduct? Why was it not filed?
Gross government misconduct, governmental misconduct. My sense is, as you heard, it was strategic, and you can make of that what you like. But I think you have a pretty good understanding of what it means from our standpoint. It's not that it wasn't substantive, it's not that it wasn't meritorious, that's my understanding. I don't know what it contained, but from what I was able to glean, just the hearings, it was meritorious, but it was a strategic decision.
How about this? It looks like it'll be a 6-week trial from what we can tell. What do you think about that? What do you make the 6 weeks?
It's been a hell. 26 months, it's been a hell. And if we have to go to trial, we will clear this up. Our lawyer's got a great defense team, and we've got the facts. We have the facts. We have the truth. And so I'm not. Listen, I want this to end. No father should have to go through this. For a factually innocent child, I want this to end. If it has to end through the court proceeding, then it will. But I'm hopeful this Honorable Judge Kearney will see the merits of the dismissal argument and dismiss this case.
Do you have a sense that that's what she will do? Or
I have no sense. I have no sense. That's been her decision making. But I'm hopeful. I think she's an honorable judge, and I hope she sees this case and its limitations towards people forward. So thank you all. I appreciate all your help.
Thank you. Thank you.
Mr. Reed.
Wow, he's awesome.
Good job, bud.
America's dad. He's struggling. You can tell, man. His health.
Isn't that awesome?
He's lost a lot of weight during his day. If that was your
That's
daughter,
so sad.
If that was your daughter, imagine he's like 75 years old. This is how he has to spend his like glory years. Is like seeing if his daughter goes to jail for murder. It's like that's fucking got to do a lot on you mentally, you know?
Oh my God, absolutely. Yeah. So I actually, I did look into Olivia's comment, and then I went to Rule 14 for Massachusetts criminal procedure, and they're not required to turn over discovery until the Commonwealth finishes their discovery. And yeah, and it's kind of BS if the Commonwealth just keeps trickling out new discovery. The fact that they gave them 400 to 500 pages yesterday and then gave them a random thumb drive this morning, like, oh, here you go.
Here's your thumb drive. Yeah.
What?
Yeah. I mean, so what I think they mean by strategic is that they are no longer like they're not. It sounds like they intentionally chose not to argue this latest motion to dismiss today.
Yeah.
Because I bet you there was some stuff in that motion to dismiss that they don't want to. They don't want the Commonwealth to be able to counter that, because every time they come up with like how long to die in cold, it just gives the Commonwealth time to make up a lie about it, make up an excuse about it. So I think they don't want to show their cards until we get closer to the trial date. That's what I believe that strategic means. I don't know what you think.
Yeah, exactly. The how long to die in cold, the library footage, the tail light, everything that every time that the defense brings up a good point, they're like, oh, look what we discovered. Look what we discovered. We discovered microscopic pieces of tail light. Sure.
When I did a story about how the Dayton Police Department towed the car from Karen Reed's parents' house at 4:15, not 5:30, giving Proctor plenty of time to smash the taillight, the report said 5:30. And so that was a lie. So what did they do? They just, when we showed this, that just gave them the time to fix it. Now the report says 30. It's just like, so, you know, I think they're smart. I think they're planning to go to trial. I mean, he called him the Honorable Judge Kearney. He's just kissing her ass. I don't think they really honorable. And based on what I've seen, she ain't going to dismiss this. No freaking way. No way.
No.
She's not dismissing.
No, and just the way that she prefaced it too. I was just waiting to see how this motion to dismiss was different than all of your other motions about the Commonwealth being corrupt. Like we already know the Commonwealth is corrupt. Can we just lock Karen up already? Yeah. And then I thought another really interesting thing is the mitochondrial DNA discussion. Or like when they were talking about the hair on the tail light, when they were saying that they didn't have enough. So something that's really interesting about like DNA testing is you have to actually destroy the evidence as you're testing it. So they've already destroyed part of the evidence so mitochondrial DNA testing is actually like the least informative. So they have better forms of DNA testing, but it requires a larger portion of the hair. And from the sounds of it, they had attempted that and it came back unsuccessfully. I could be wrong, but that's how I heard what Lunchbox was saying. And now they're going for mitochondrial DNA, which requires less hair, but it's still going to be destroying all the evidence as they go.
They're obsessed with this stupid hair they found on the bumper. And they're saying that it's John's hair. And they said it definitively for so long. Well, an independent expert tested that the Commonwealth actually chose that hair, and it turned out not to be human hair. And they didn't like that result. So they then now want to do mitochondrial testing, which is something Jennifer Kofendaver posted about coincidentally, because she basically works for the DA's office. And then the next thing you know, they're filing a motion to do mitochondrial testing, which destroys it, as you said. They're just so hung up on his hair. And I've always said, even if that hair is John's, who gives a shit? He lived in the fucking house. The 1,000,001. And it's just unlikely that a human, like, okay, so a hair got on the bump. So he got hit by the car and somehow one piece of hair ended up on the bumper. And then the car drove to Dayton in a blizzard and then was towed back and it remained on the car. It's just so stupid. What are we doing here? Jesus
It's
Christ.
so stupid. And also, did they ever discuss whether or not it was like head hair versus arm hair versus pubic hair versus nose hair? Like, did they ever discuss? Because you would be able to tell simply by looking at it. And if it was,
I've seen the hair. It's definitely not. If you have pubic hair, you need to shave. You need to manscape. If that's John O'Keefe's anything from but his head, John O'Keefe need to manscape a little better because it was a big piece of hair. It was like probably like a 3-inch piece of hair. If you got those hanging off of your balls, you got problems. I'm just saying.
Okay, so then I mean, I get that it's the Commonwealth's idea that he got hit by the car, but then he literally must have gone hit by the car, like with his head. Like, it doesn't make sense.
Yeah, it's like
if that's his hair head, that does hair from his head. That does not make sense that he got hit with a tail light backing up. But no. What do I know that the FBI hasn't already said?
It's just so stupid that they're still talking about this here. They got nothing. They got nothing. So, you know, when they said today that there's no testimony in these notes, and it's just like Lally really doesn't want to hand over these notes. He's like, no, there's nothing in there that's exculpatory. Well, how do we know? And it's like, just a reminder, they met Lally, the victim witness advocate, Stephen Nelson, Morrissey, Proctor, Buchanan, and Tully all met with like Matt McCabe before he testified in front of the grand jury. Like the same federal grand jury that is investigating the Commonwealth and the state police. And we are to believe that they didn't discuss what he was about to go and testify about. We are to believe that coincidentally, they did this right before he testified in front of the grand jury, but they were actually talking about Rule 17 motions. That's what they said. I mean, give me a break.
Right. And also it's interesting because the way that it works. So if one side is saying like, hey, you owe us discovery, and the other side's like, no, this is actually work product. The way it works is you do something called in-camera review. And I think they mentioned that a few times during the hearing. And essentially what that is the evidence that they don't want to hand over to the other side, they give it to the judge to look at in her chambers by herself. So no one else can see it but the judge. So we're, even in the best case scenario here, we're asking the prosecution to just give papers to the judge to determine whether or not she wants to give pieces of information from that to the defense. And she could choose not to. She could look it over and go, no, yeah, that's all work product.
Oh, so why would the Commonwealth oppose that?
I guess because they maybe don't trust Auntie Bevy 100%. Right?
Yeah, I mean,
maybe.
I nor should they, because she just ordered them to hand over 4 phones at the last hearing. So, it's just so obvious they're hiding shit. It's just, and man, what a disaster they really want to bring this to trial. This is going to be a fucking mess for them. Like, how is Jennifer McCabe going to take the stand? What is Michael Proctor going to stay on the stand? Like, it's going to be, they canceled the evidentiary hearing in May specifically because they don't want these people to testify. It's going to be a hot mess. It's going to be a hot mess.
Yeah, it's going to be, the cross-examination is going to be really interesting. I really can't wait to see Yannetti at work. It's going to be fun.
I know. Oh, it's going to be bad. And so when the hell are they going to argue this buffer zone thing if this is the last hearing? Like that, the buffer
Talk
zone
about
thing.
a First Amendment violation. Holy shit. That is
Yeah.
so egregious. There's like, even in law school, you discuss, hey, can you prevent people from having signs in the courtroom? And it's like, okay, yeah, but, keep in mind the First Amendment, people are allowed in the courtroom, and it has to be for very serious issues in order if like a trial cannot go on. To say 500 feet, you can't be that is.
That's what they want. Like they're asking down here. Where's he asking? Yeah. The Norfolk DA's potential witnesses of the evidence within 500 feet of the Norfolk Superior Court complex, which includes the parking area behind the Registry of Deeds building during the trial of this case. I mean, this is wild. So the Commonwealth requests prominent posting of Section 13A in and around the courthouse immediately before April 16th and during the pendency of this trial to notify any persons planning to picket, parade, or attempt to influence any jurors or otherwise impede, interfere, or obstruct the administration of justice have actual notice of the possibility of prosecution for such actions. Further, the Commonwealth requests any order prohibiting any individual from demonstrating in any manner, including carrying signs or posters or making statements about the defendant, law enforcement, the DA's office, potential witnesses, or the evidence within 500 feet. That is, the Commonwealth also moves in for an order prohibiting anyone anywhere from prospective jurors gather the wearing or carrying of papers, water bottles, tote bags, signs, buttons, pins, T-shirts, sweatshirts, hats, or any other attire or item that contains any images or writing that suggests a favorable or unfavorable opinion of either party. Wild that you can't wear a fucking Free Karen Reed sweatshirt in the Registry of Deeds parking lot. That is what this order is asking for.
And it's strict scrutiny. So, like, there's different levels in which the government is allowed to restrict speech. And this is the highest. They're literally saying this is the content that we want to ban, anything discussing the case. And they're not narrowly tailoring it at all. The only way the government would be allowed to get away with this is if it was truly impeding the ability for the court to go forward with the case, truly impeding on the defense for being able to have a fair trial. But we haven't seen any of that. We haven't seen any protester or person with a sign actually bothering anyone or causing a scene in the courthouse. And furthermore, there's no flipping jurors there. There's no jurors there to be even
this courthouse has a back door. I know because I came in it in chains. There's a fucking back door. If they want to bring the jurors in that way, they can bring them in that way. Nobody protests at the back door. It's just fucking madness. Madness.
Right.
500 feet.
I could see maybe them saying, like, in the courtroom, you can't have a poster while there's jury. Fine. That would be narrowly tailored. But this is so wide. This is so egregious. And it just seems like it's just kind of like the picketing statute itself is unconstitutional. You and I already discussed that.
This is it right here. This
the
is
exact same one.
I'm being charged with 4 counts of this for the rolling rally. It says whoever with the intent of interfering with, obstructing, or impeding the administration of justice, or with the intent of influencing any judge, juror, witness, blah, 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 pickets or parades in or near a building. What the fuck does near a building mean? Housing a court of the Commonwealth, or in or near a building or residence occupied or used by such judge. So I'm being charged with violating this by going to Brian Albert's house, even though he wasn't home. It says you have to be in the residence. And it's just like, they weren't even fucking home. And this,
you were influencing the building, and the building could later influence him. So
what the fuck does near a building mean? What does near I guess now we know. Now we know it means 500 feet. That's what I mean. This vague language in these statutes is just like, it just gives he could say 1,000 feet. He could say a fucking mile. What if somebody's like 500 feet is a big radius? What if somebody walks within a 400 fucking foot radius, is walking to the goddamn park or something, and they're wearing a Karen Reed shirt? They've just committed a crime. Give me a break. It's unconstitutional. Mark's going to have fun with this.
It's clearly unconstitutional. The statute that they're citing for this is unconstitutional. The application of the unconstitutional statute is unconstitutional, because you could have a statute that's unconstitutional and still apply it in a constitutional manner. I know that sounds odd, but in this case, they're doing neither. They're using an unconstitutional statute and applying it unconstitutionally. It's actually pretty wild. This is the most egregious First Amendment.
I was the test guinea pig. Like, they're like, let's just try to test it on him. And no, okay, there's no ACLU's not saying shit. Like, so let's just go. Let's just keep doing it. Let's just round up the Canton 9. Let's charge more people with this. Now they're just flat out saying you can't wear a fucking sweatshirt within a 500-foot radius. And they are just taking this statute that has existed for like 2 decades, and they're just like, oh, now we can use it to just silence speech and people that are too effective in saying the things that they're saying and exposing corruption. It's just madness, absolute madness. I mean, they want a prohibition of law enforcement officers who are testifying from wearing their department issued uniforms or any police emblems. That's interesting. Prohibit any individual in the courthouse from wearing any buttons or insignia related to the defendant, the victim, or law enforcement. So I guess the JJ buttons are going to be banned too. So that does answer your question. But I mean, this is just, I can't believe, and they got a whole map here. about where you can't be, I guess.
You know what though? They might not ban the Justice for JJ because technically it's not advocating for either side.
Well, they said here about
any buttons that advocate for either side,
no,
right?
Insignia related to the defendant or the victim. That's insignia related to the victim.
Yeah,
I would
that's
guess.
true.
I mean, how do they not say that? Any wow. So all right. So that was interesting. Honestly, this motion that was filed today is probably more interesting than anything that happened in court. Yeah, I just wanted to have you on for your legal knowledge on this and what the fuck work product is. So thank you for coming on, Lauren. I appreciate it.
Thanks for having me.
We'll talk soon. Okay. So let me just read a couple turtle chats people sent in here real quick. Wendy, not Murphy from Ottawa, sent $10 and says, love from Ottawa. You are an inspiration to all. Thank you very much, Wendy. Kelly sends $25, says, here's your sign, which I can't carry. The Commonwealth can kiss my ass. Thanks for everything you do, Aidan. Cape Cod believes in Karen. Yes, they do. Melissa sends $50 and says, I have been a Turtleboy follower for years and admire your hard work and dedication in exposing the truth. Hashtag justice for all. Thank you very much. Suzanne sends $25, says, thank you for your dedication and determination. Glad you're finally free. And we now pray for Karen. Stay strong and keep fighting for the truth. So thank you very much there, Suzanne. Do we have any cash apps here? Do we miss any? Let's see. Just a Tune LLC says they can't arrest everyone with a sign. Or can they? Or can they? I mean, that's just fucking wild. So I'll definitely be doing a story on this. Just when you think the story can't get any crazier, it does. But yeah, I mean, is Turtleboy merch banned? That's a good question. Because, I mean, by association, the Turtleboy brand kind of knows, you know, like they're outlawing specific words. Like Free Karen Reed is outlawed. You can't, like, that's insane. Insane. Have you ever heard of that before? Has this ever happened in any trial where protesters are not allowed to hold signs outside of the courtroom? That is insane. Insane. So I can't wait to get some legal opinions on that. So anyway, I'm blown away. But anyway, I didn't go today and neither did the stalker, coincidentally. So we're 4 for 4 now. So we're going to try to get that order amended because obviously we got 3 more weeks until the hearing. I want to go to these hearing dates, not every day, but as much as possible, but we will be covering it every single day. So, all right, guys. Well, thank you guys for joining me for this stream, and we'll be talking about it more tonight on the live show at 9 p.m. So shout out to everyone out there. Great job today. And we will talk to you guys soon. Peace, Turtle Riders.